If you struggle to play over chord changes, this lesson is for you. Or if you feel like you can play over some changes but you're not really sure why, this lesson is also for you. The majority of guitar players are stuck in this pentatonic box, and while that box can be effective, it's actually keeping you from being creative and melodic because most players don't know any scales across the whole fretboard. So grab your guitar and I'm going to show you not just how to memorize a scale across the whole fretboard, but how you can be more creative with your ideas instead of just playing the same pentatonic licks over and over again. First things first is we're going to be adding some notes back into the pentatonic scale. So our pentatonic scale has just 5 notes in an octave, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Then we're back to the same note. But the actual minor scale that it comes from has 2 more notes than that. Oh, doesn't that sound sweet? It's those 2 notes, if we're in A minor pentatonic at least. So we're in A minor pentatonic, we're going to add the 7th fret on the E and the 8th fret on the A. And then keep going the same, and then we're going to add the 6th fret on the B and the 7th fret on the E. Now, this is key because if you're going to learn a scale across the whole fretboard, there's no reason you shouldn't learn the whole scale, right? Like, it's a lot of work. The pentatonic scale is great, actually. I believe in it, but the actual minor scale or the actual major scale, it's only 2 more notes, and you might as well learn that if you're going to learn it across the whole fretboard because it's much more useful for your playing in the long term. So we're not going to go over the whole fretboard in this quick lesson, but I am going to show you how to keep moving that scale on and on and on and on until you make it all the way across the fretboard. So we have our minor scale there, right? All we want to do is start on the last note. And by the way, this is just the C major scale now. So if you look up C major scale, this is what you will find. We'll walk through it slowly here. We have 8th fret on the E, 10th fret on the E, 7th fret on the A, 8th fret on the A, 10th fret on the A, 7th fret on the D, 9th fret on the D, 10th fret on the D, 7th fret on the G, 9th fret on the G, 10th fret on the G, 8th fret on the B, 10th fret on the B, 7th fret on the E, 8th fret on the E, and then that's actually back to our C, but you can go up to the 10th fret as well. And it's key once you get to that next position to not just keep going immediately, because there's no point in learning the whole fretboard if you can't quite play anything yet. And the way you do that is simply practicing between them. So you can play up your A minor scale, and then go straight up and play down your C major scale, and then play up your A minor scale again. And fuck it, play up the C major scale, and then play down the minor scale. So you just want to find ways to mix it up going between them because you want to be able to connect the dots as you're learning all of these scales. By the way, if you want to be around other guitar players that are putting the work into hitting their goals, join my free community link down below. I'm looking forward to seeing you in there. Alright, so now we want to force our way out of the box that we're playing. And a lot of us learn the pentatonic scale and we play like... We just play those same licks that we already know and we love, right? Like... things like that. And if you like playing them, I'm not telling you you can't play them, but it's good to have other ideas in your box. And the biggest secret to this is playing things that you don't play. It sounds stupid, but I hear people tell me all the time, Brayden, I'm tired of the licks that I'm playing. Play other licks. And I really mean that. Go into your scale and just try out other ways of playing notes in it. We have this pentatonic scale, right? Instead of just like playing up it and doing your basic bends, try skipping over a bunch of it. Like that. I'm going from the D string to the A. I'm going from the D string to the E string to the G string to the B string. And I could mix that into improvising very well. Mixing things like that into your playing is huge. Or like mixing this C major scale we just went over, like There I'm just kind of skipping a note, and then I'm going up to that note and up to the next string. But you also want to, while mixing up your playing, try and have some sort of home. And this home is whatever you're playing over. So let's say we're playing over like a little blues as an example. So A minor, and then an E minor, and then D minor. You would want to use the notes in the key to be your home. And not only that, but the rhythm of the progression is crucial for your improvising. So you hear I got that like boom. I would focus on those same notes in my lead playing as I am on the chords. Not just in tone, but in rhythm, like I was saying. Boom. Here I'm focusing on the boom, especially the second boom, boom. So you want to focus on the chords and the rhythm more than anything in your improvising to break out of just playing licks. And then on top of that, you want to force yourself to play different licks, especially if you're tired of the licks you're playing. I'm so serious. If you're tired of the licks you're playing, play anything else. If you already know the scale, there's nothing stopping you from just testing out a different order of playing, like the notes in the scale. It might feel weird at first, like you're used to playing up the notes, but you can play up the strings, right? Or play down the strings, or skip strings like I was saying, or move up the neck by learning, like we were saying, that major on top, or move down the neck. You just want to find ways to play things that aren't what you're playing if you're tired of what you're playing. And lastly, you can actually use the notes between the scale to emphasize what you're doing even further. Let's say we're playing that same A minor, E minor, D minor, right? As on top of just these notes we went over, you can play all of the other notes as well. There's nothing stopping you from doing that. There's a scale called the blues scale, which is just adding one note in. You add a note between the fourth note of the minor scale and the fifth note. So if we're in A minor pentatonic, you'd be adding in this E flat on the 6th fret of the A and the 8th fret of the G. I'm not actually a fan of that because I don't think you should need a scale for adding chromatic notes. I think you should try all of them. You should try all of the chromatic notes, especially leading into chords. So let's say we're on A minor and we want to go to E minor, right? Well, easy path is to play the notes in the scale to get there. Also, another easy path, I don't even want to sound like it's a hard path, if anything it's easier, is just play all of the notes getting there, like... Right? That's a great way to lead to other chords, is playing the notes between. So mixing it up, and then adding the notes between the scale is going to bring so much more creativity into your playing. If you found this video helpful, hit that subscribe button, and do not miss out on joining my free community link below. I'll see you tomorrow.